an early faction known as the Judaizers who'd come to the church in Galatia and preached against Paul's gospel. They'd said that salvation was in fact conditional upon not just following Jesus but also being circumcised and obeying the law in its totality. Well, Paul says you're losing on the benefits of what you have in Jesus. In Jesus we're given holiness rather than being revealed by the law to be unholy. So he tells the story of God's ancient promise to Abraham to illustrate this. Abraham was promised a son through Sarah, his wife, but because of their great age they didn't quite trust it. Sarah suggested that Abraham try and achieve this goal by his own strength, by bearing a child through her slave Hagar. Well, God was good to his promise even though they were unfaithful, and provided through Sarah, despite their great age, a son, Isaac, which was the father of this great nation Abraham had been promised as his inheritance. Well, despite the lack of trust, God provided, and he even provided for Ishmael and Hagar, despite the fact that this came from unfaithfulness. Well, what do we learn? Let's not trust in our own strength, but let's be led by the Spirit that joins us with Jesus. That's the promise that we have in Jesus. I was really struck recently by an interview with Jackie Pullinger, who God led, in fact, to work with drug addicts in Hong Kong. And she was once asked by an interviewer, "What drives you?" And she says, "I'm not driven, I'm led." What's the difference? Addicts are driven, Satan drives, the Holy Spirit leads. So hopefully, I'm not even purpose-driven, I'm Spirit-led. When you're tempted to be driven to act like a slave to your own ego, to family acceptance, to your job security or job success, or even for the love of God, then hold on to the Galatian promise of our identity. I'm one of the children of the promise. And then knowing that you're a son of God, take the Father's hand and ask for the Spirit's leading.